Right guys, so the first thing we're going to look at is the overall layout of the unit. As you can see, we have our looping function at the top, we have our pitch fader to the right hand side, our mixing cue to master on the left, beat effects on the right. All these things I'm explaining follow our club standard setup of our Nexus 2 range in CDJs and our DJM-900 Nexus 2 mixer. This is great because it means that you can practice at home, get the feel of this layout and walk straight into a club and feel like you're DJing in your bedroom. The reason why we want people to feel comfortable when they play out is so that they can be confident and do the same mixes at home in the booth. Let's go straight in, look at the mixer section from the top to the bottom, and then I'll move over to the deck side. Whilst I go through the unit, I'm also going to be highlighting the new features on the DDJ-800. So at the top we have our load from deck A and deck B and our rotary selector. We then have a switchboard to toggle between line and phono, deck 3 and 4, deck 2 and 1. Line and phono means you can hook up your CDJs. This mixer does work standalone but without the beat effects and sound color effects, but you still get your 3-band EQ, trim, mic and aux. This mixer is also DVS ready, so if you'd like to use it with turntables, all you need to do is purchase the license key for the DVS pack online and you are away running your DVS mode with the DDJ-800. To the right hand side we have 14 beat effects, the same 14 beat effects that are on our DDJ-1000, which is like the father figure to the 800s. We have a switchboard to go from your sample 3, 1, 2, 4 and master, your level depth and your on and off trigger for your beat effects. Another thing to mention about the mixing section here is on our mics we have 2 inputs and we have 2-band EQ for each of the mics. Just to mention, on the software itself we have added a brand new feature called the feedback reducer. Now the feedback reducer is our first controller to have this in the software. So when you connect the DDJ-800 and you click on the mixing section, you're going to see your 2 mics and then you can add 3 different effects. Those effects are reverb, echo and pitch. And then we have your adjustment for wet and dry for those effects. And lastly, we have 2 options for heavy feedback reducer or light feedback reducer. And what this is going to do is going to eliminate that howling sound you get when you're passing the mic around and someone holds the mic near a speaker. This is going to reduce this and definitely means you can pass around the mic with confidence. Moving on from our mixing section, we're going to now go on to our deck. So as I said before, the deck side on the DDJ-800 follows the same layout of our CDJ-2000 Nexus 2, with this section at the top, section down here and this section here. Let's go straight in and look at the jog wheel itself. Now this jog wheel is the same size as our SX3. The only difference is this is our first 2-channel controller to show on jog display. Now here you can see the waveform, your different cue points, hot cues, your time elapsed or remaining, and you can also see which key you're in, which is a really great feature when mixing off the fly. A new feature with the DDJ-800 is your display. So you can now toggle between this on jog display or full artwork, which is something that I really like because sometimes when I'm DJing, I like to kind of see what artwork is there so I can remember which album I'm mixing out of or which tune I'm mixing with. Just below this we have our pad modes and we have 8 different pads and then a page select so we can have another 8 pads. So for example we have 8 pad effects here and if I go to the right I've got another 8 pad effects. Our different pad effects are hot cue, pad effect 1, beat jump, sampler, keyboard, pad effect 2, beat loop and key shift. Now these pads can be changed within Rekord Box pad editor, but just so you know these are the same pad modes that you get on the DDJ-1000. which is great because this is, like I say, the little brother to the 1000, but you're still getting the same pad modes. A little trick for you guys, we have a Superfight Search function on the DDJ-800, which allows you to search for your track while using the jog wheel. So if I start here, that's 12 o'clock, 3, 6 and 9. Imagine these to be the different parts of your track. Start, quarter of the way, halfway and 3/4 of your track. When I hold the search and I go to a quarter, that's a quarter of my tune, that's half of my tune, 3/4, and I've got to the end of my tune. It's just a super quick way to move through your tune and potentially get to the second breakdown or the second drop. The DDJ-800 is our first 2-channel controller that is plug in and play. What this means is when you plug the DDJ-800 into a laptop that has the latest version of Rekord Box downloaded, it will recognise as the 800 and switch straight over to performance mode without putting in any license key. When this is great is if you go to a club, your laptop breaks, but your friend also has Rekord Box export mode and some music that you can play off. You have your controller, you can connect your laptop to his Rekord Box and it will go straight over to the performance mode, meaning, like I said before, no license key. This is great for many reasons, but for me it just means it's a lot more flexible when playing out. If anything goes wrong on my laptop, I can always jump on another one. Don't be alarmed though, you still get a license key for Rekord Box Performance in the box when you buy the DDJ-800, which allows you to use the performance mode without the DDJ-800 connected. At the front of the unit we have 1/4" jack and mini jack for your headphones, and at the back of the unit we have a 1/4" jack for your booth, RCA and XLR for your master, RCA for your line and phono, combi jack and 1/4" for your 2 mics, and also some extra volume on there. And then we have RCA for your aux, and then 1 USB input to connect to the laptop.